Good morning, nature. Wow, looks incredible. Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another video here in Montenegro. Today is very exciting day as we are attempting to hike the highest point in whole of Montenegro. And as you know, Montenegro is actually very mountainous country, and the name of the country is also translates as Black Mountain. So lots of mountains as you drive through. It's very beautiful, very incredible country, which is located in Balkans, former Yugoslavian country. And today we are trying to attempt to hike to right there, which is the mountain called Bobotov Kuk. This is the name of the mountain, Bobotov Kuk, and I'm not sure if this is behind the mountains or exactly this one, but we're gonna basically try to climb it in the next few hours. And the surrounding areas is so beautiful, so peaceful as you drive through these tiny roads that every time another car comes you have to let them go actually. And yeah, it's beautiful, very clean, very beautiful. And yeah, let's go. We have another 30 minutes to drive to get to the hiking starting point, then we continue our journey further, guys. Just arrived to the parking spot. It's super windy here, but seems like many people had the similar idea to start as early as possible. At the moment it's 7:15 and this is basically the start of the trek. I also read that in the parking lot it's very windy, but afterwards when you go up it's gonna actually be better, not gonna go so cold. And this is our destination, Bobotov Kuk. This is where we are going. Seems like this might be the peak somewhere, or maybe just behind, I'm not so sure, but we're gonna figure out after we take this little stairs and get to start with our trekking. All right, the wind slowed down a little bit, but at the same time I have a little bit concerns about the weather. I don't have a rain jacket, so which means if it rains I'm gonna be fully soaked. And as you can see, there are clouds that looks more dark, but you never know, the weather in the mountains, it can change anytime. But I have seen like 10-15 people going up, and probably they are more expert than me, so I'm just gonna follow the track, get started. I downloaded Maps.me. Maps.me, it's basically better than Google Maps when you're hiking. They can show you exactly where is the streams, where is the track, and very specific actually. So it's great about it, the Maps.me application. The views are stunning already, but yeah, the hike starts right here, guys. Check out the views, very beautiful. This is the parking slot right there, and then incredible views to the mountains. All right, let's go. The wind situation is better actually right now. It's not an easy hike, and I think for the next 3 hours I'm gonna be suffering, but that's the challenge I put for myself, to be on top of the highest peak in Montenegro. And I see lots of people just in front of me. That gives me lots of motivation to continue. So we have this little trail that we go follow the mountain on the right side, and afterwards I think it just becomes more steep going from there. And then after, I don't know what's exactly waiting for us, but Maps.me shows me that it takes around 3.5 hours to get there, and we are still at the beginning of the trail. I think it's gonna get a little bit harder later on, but the views are stunning. These mountains, Reminds me of actually Kyrgyzstan. In Kyrgyzstan the mountains are very similar, not so much trees, mostly bushes and rock formations all the way to the peak. So it sees lots of snow, but not so much nature stands on this because they are so steep and so high. Right now I'm continuing my journey on the valley. It's not too hard, but there was a sketchy part. You have to hold on to the cable or truss, if you want to call it, and you have to pull yourself up. And I heard that at the top, just before getting to the summit, there's actually same structure that you have to hold yourself and pull yourself up. So we're gonna see how that goes. I was really hoping that the peak was that. Unfortunately it's not. We just came around it, and I am really afraid to tell you guys this might be the peak, because this seems like the highest point here in Montenegro, or at least in the surrounding areas. I really don't know what's waiting for me after we pass this mountain on the left side. We will see. It's a little bit cold because I'm sweaty, and also I don't have the right equipment. I'm literally just hiking on the shorts and only shoes I have for my travels, and I put my hoodie just to protect myself, but I don't have any jacket or anything like this. But the journey is quite cool. So far I love it, and it's been 25 minutes so far, and it goes quite well. Right now it's kind of like a resting. It's more easy, just flat surface to go, but I think after some point we should climb, we should go up. So I think that's what's waiting for us. Another thing about the trail is that it's actually very well marked. As you can see, it's always a red circle and white in the middle, so that shows the direction you need to follow. So that's basically what I check. But if I'm lost, I always have maps me. All right, the mountain range is popping up slowly. Oh, I am not sure really what we are following exactly, because there's a highest peak there, there's a highest peak there, but the trail I think gonna take us somewhere down there, so we see. But the views are amazing. A little bit cold, a little bit windy, but hopefully sun will shine very soon, and hopefully it doesn't rain, because there's literally no place to hide, there's no shelter. So yeah, see you guys in a bit. Look at these views, guys. It looks so beautiful. The hike until here, I don't think it was that hard. Probably that was the easiest part of the hike. We came all the way from there with the valley, and I'm popped on here. But I have a bad news. First, the weather is not in our favor. It's very cold, I'm sweaty, and I was hoping that it will get sunny and we can get some sunshine and warmth. I would prefer that more than actually having the wind and cold. And the second bad news is that I found the peak, and it's none of the ones we were thinking about, because they really look like tiny ones in comparison what we are about to climb, guys. This is crazy. This is the Bobotov Cook. That's the peak we are going, and I'm assuming we're gonna take that line you see, it's cut on the mountain. I'm not sure. I really don't know what's the difficulty after here, but I have to continue. It's very windy, guys. It's very cold. Make sure you bring right equipment. It's really cold, and in mountains you cannot predict the weather, and weather changes. All right, let's continue. So far I made it to this point in under 1 hour, but I think we still have 2.5 hours to go. So it's a long hike and we'll see you later on, guys. At the moment I'm walking on the bottom of the lake. As you can see, it's kind of wet still underneath this. So I'm assuming during the winter, when it rains a lot, all the water is collected from the mountains and comes here and basically fills up. Look at the bird, how it takes a swim on the water. There's a little bit of water. That's so cute. And there's a little bit of I think here's much more wet, as you can see. So we traveled all the way down from there, but you know what that means. When you travel down, then we have a long way up. So we are just at the bottom right now, and from here is only up. There's no down, there's no place to just walk straight. So it starts to become much harder. But anyway, I made it this far, so we'll just go for it. So see you guys. Look at this, we made friends here. We have got some dogs, 1, 2, another one right there, 3 of them. They look so friendly. Hi. And on this rock is also written Zelenivir. I think it's the water or maybe the lake. It says 5 minutes. That's where I came from. And Samar Skryka, it says 1 hour and 30 minutes. So we still have 1 hour and 30 minutes to go. So that's basically the challenge. From here on, it's just steep. Gonna be on slippery rocks and stuff like that, and we're gonna do zigzag, and there are some people right there. So that's the trail we have to take all the way up. 1 hour and a half. I might take it a little bit easier as it's a little bit cold, but I think as soon as I start climbing I will get warmer. All right, still no sun. It's hidden behind the clouds. As you can see, the black clouds come and go, but it doesn't rain. That's the good part about it. But the sun is just right there, but it's not shining for us. The hike doesn't get any easier, guys. I'm sometimes on my knees and hands trying to kind of climb all these rocks. And look at this doggy. He's like paid actor on my YouTube video. He's just following the way. I've done this probably over 1,000 times. They live in these mountains. It's so cool. But I don't know what they eat. I'm assuming they eat what the hikers have left at the top. If the hikers are not hungry anymore, probably they give them to the dogs. Yeah, guys, so this is the way basically. I have to be careful climbing all the way. It's not easy hike. Might be the hardest hike I have ever done. It's not so cold here. Sun is started shining time to time, so that gives me more hope. I changed my shirt underneath the hoodie, so I'm a little bit warmer. So those things I was planning already that I will change on the way. Another thing I was reading about this hike is that you have to bring lots of water, and we haven't seen any stream, we haven't seen any lake, there's no shops, nothing of course, and you have to be on your own. So I brought like almost 3 liters of water. That should be enough for me to go up and afterwards to go down. All right, I need my both hands, guys. So see you in a bit. Oh, it's so cold, ladies and gentlemen. We are progressing quite well, and the peak is actually on my right side. Check this out. this is the final destination. That's where we need to end up to finalize our mission today. You can see 3 guys as a group there continuing the journey. We are much closer than ever, but the hike was really hard, and I'm assuming it's gonna get even harder from here. I'm just taking a quick break, and then afterwards I will continue my journey. And I actually noticed mountain deers, which was at the top of the hill right there. It's so windy, I'm not sure if you're gonna hear me well, but I want to show you the backside and the front of me. So check out the in front of me, the views. I think we came somewhere from there behind the mountain and then up all the way here. This is our final point, final rock which you have to climb, and this is the other side. It's super windy. Oh my god, it is crazy windy. All right guys, we have to continue, otherwise I'm gonna get cold. See you. I just made it to another viewpoint. There's huge cliff just goes down, and I'm basically at the top right now. There's actually a lake down there. The views are just incredible, so hold your breath and let's go guys. Look at this, there's a blue lake, looks incredible, and I figured out this is the way I have to go. And I don't know if I'm so happy about this part of the hike, because when you look to the left there's basically nothingness. If you fall, bye bye. So this is the trail we have to continue, but the hike is amazing. Now we are protected with the mountain from the wind, so there's not wind coming, but it's very cold. But I'm looking forward to see the sun very soon, in a few minutes. But the hike itself is just incredible. It's definitely the hardest hike I have ever done. It's very challenging. If you are not in a physical good shape, it's not a good idea to come here. Especially don't come with the young kids. It might be very challenging, as you have to take care of them and you have to take care of yourself too. Wow, this is just incredible. As just walking, there's a beautiful lake, mountains in the distance, and our peak is somewhere right there. So that's the journey we have to do, guys. We'll see you later in the next update. I just made it to another side of the mountain, and this is probably the hardest part, which becomes more sketchy. As you can see, there's these cables. You have to just hold on to them and then continue your journey just like this. So for this I definitely need my 2 hands, but as soon as I get the opportunity to connect with you, I will let you know. I just wanted to show you the views and the difficulty level afterwards. But the views are still super stunning and very beautiful. Thank you, enjoy. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we made it to the top, and seems like 2 dogs made it even before me. And currently we are up 2,520 meter elevation, and this is officially the highest point in whole of Montenegro. It was a very challenging hike, but I'm super happy to be here and gonna spend some time here, also show you the surroundings, 360 views. As we are at the peak of the mountain, there's nothing higher than this mountain here in Montenegro, and this is the surrounding areas. The lake itself is actually somewhere there. We cannot see at the moment. If I walk there, we might be able to see it. So when you look to this direction, you see Bosnia. So Bosnia is right here. And if you go straight this direction, you get to Serbia. And if you are going to that direction, then it's Albania. And this is basically the rest of the Montenegro, and all the beach side is actually on the right side. I met 2 friends from Bosnia. They were hiking here and they arrived just before me. And very interesting thing here, everyone just put some stickers on this thing, but this is also opportunity in case you want to open it up, and you can actually write whatever you want to write in here. So everyone, I can see Turkey, Izmir, Montenegro, and then there are some comments. Hello from Scotland. This is actually quite interesting. After you arrive here, you can just sit down, take your time. There's actually 3 different books, so that's very cool. All right, let's close this up. This is quite a cool technology, as if it rains, snows, this thing stays dry and the wind doesn't blow it away. And I'm not sure what is this, but this might be kind of trash bin or something. All right, these are the views to the other side, and there are little birds just wandering around. They're trying to find the food, I guess. But yeah, there's also another lake right there, which I'm gonna spend the night there. So our car parking spot is somewhere there. So we made all these mountain ranges and arrived here, and it's crazy what humans are capable of doing. Only 3 hours and a half we made it to the highest point in Montenegro. It was quite a cool adventure with the dogs, and I will spend some time here, take pictures, then slowly we are heading back down as it's windy and a little bit cold. I have to get back to the car and heat up a little bit. We'll see you later, guys. Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is another part of the video, and I actually, after the hike, came straight to the accommodation, and afterwards just been resting, taking shower. It was indeed the hardest hike of my life, but it was definitely worth it. But I was knocked out completely, so as soon as I arrived, I didn't film, I didn't go anywhere, and I had this beautiful apartment for myself, and I want to take the chance to show you how it looks like, and also give you a little bit of a tour. So I'm paying 60 American dollars to stay in this accommodation, and the name of the accommodation is called Apartment Dormitor, and Dormitor is basically the national park name, and basically I slept inside the national park, and we're actually very close to the Black Lake, which I'm gonna visit after the tour, and I will show you the surrounding areas as well. So 60 American dollars, this little and beautiful studio for rent. I think 2 people easily can stay here and have a great time. So the studio itself comes with little kitchen area right now. I'm about to check out, so it doesn't look the cleanest at the moment. There's a sink, there's a place to cook, this is the water boiler. You also have the refrigerator right here, but also you have everything basically for cooking, making tea, coffee, and things like this. This is the rest of the room. We have a place to sit down. This is the bed just next to the window, and there's also plenty of space for you to open up your luggage and get dressed and things like this. And we also have a private toilet and a bathroom, which comes including in the price. So we have the toilet right here, sink, and also the shower area on the left side. And we also got the boiler right here. Plenty of space to move around and do everything you are planning to do. So quite a nice and clean room, but I think the most important part is actually the views to the outside. So I also have a kind of like entrance area where you can leave your shoes, and as soon as you get out, you also get a space on the right side here to sit down. If you cooked something, you can just sit and enjoy the incredible views to the mountain, and also the Black Lake is somewhere behind the forest, which we're gonna go and visit. So massive mountains inside the national park. Quite a cool stay for 60 American dollars. 2 people, if you divide it, it's basically $30 per night, and they help me with the laundry. They provide breakfast, lunch in case you ask for it, but it's not included in the price. All right, that's about it about the room. Now let's head to the Black Lake, and I will take you through the tour of the area as well. See you. One of the beautiful things about the accommodation and its location is the fact that you're so close to the lake itself, the Black Lake, and you don't need to actually use the car. Wherever you are parked, you can just wake up in the morning and take a walk through this forest and you get to the lake, which is quite beautiful. And I also want to mention another fact about Montenegro. Seems like if you go to the mountains, you're gonna come across much less touristy areas and also less people, less crowds. If that's your goal, if you want to avoid the crowds and you want to go somewhere nice, because the coast side where all the cruise ships arrive, where's the airport, like around Tivat and Kotor, it's insanely busy for the small town. That at the beach you are just laying down next to each other, they almost with no space. It's like that crazy. So if your goal is not actually go to the beach and you want to just enjoy the Montenegro, and if you like mountains and the forest, then you should definitely head to the north side of the country, not on the coast, and you will have much better prices. At the same time, you're gonna get much better experiences with less crowds. So like right now, I'm just walking. There's literally 0 people in the surroundings. That is the beautiful road with the sounds of the birds and surrounded by the huge trees that takes you all the way to the Black Lake, which is our destination for now. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to approach to the lake, and oh my god, the views are just incredible. Check this out. This is my views right now walking towards the lake, and we have the Durmitor mountain in a distance, and we have the Black Lake just in front of us, getting out of the forest slowly and approaching to the lake itself, and looks fantastic. This lake actually has 2 parts. One is the bigger lake, and there's on the right side is the smaller lake, and the views are just stunning. And very surprising fact, you can actually take a swim in this lake, and at the moment we are over 1,400 meters elevation, so it's a glacier lake, it's a mountain lake, and it's located in the Durmitor National Park. Very beautiful. And I'm here very early morning. It's 9 at the moment, so that's the reason it's much more quiet on a Sunday and people are just sleeping. But some people also take the opportunity to swim in it. So what we can do is actually go towards it to check out the color of the water. But from the first impressions, it already looks very beautiful, very blue and green. Depends on the sun also. And this is the views to the other side. And the accommodation, my accommodation was somewhere on this side, so very close, only 7 minutes walk and you arrive to the lake. It's so calm, it's so peaceful right here, and I'm actually very surprised with the views. It's incredible. I'm glad I stayed here and I didn't rush it off yesterday to come and see it, but this morning, which is actually more calming experience for me. All right, here we are. I'm actually looking for Bobotov Cook. I'm assuming that might be the peak because yesterday I could see part of the Bobotov from, like, when I was hiking yesterday, I was right here on the top of the mountain, which you already know is the highest point in Montenegro, and I could see the pieces and parts of this Black Lake from above. So I'm assuming that it's the one. This is the Bobotov Cook right there. Otherwise there's no higher peak than that, but that's the only one in a distance. All right, seems like the entrance to the lake is a little bit puddly, so you have to walk a little bit further, and afterwards the color of the water is much clean without the mud. Incredible. I also figured out there's a restaurant which is probably the only restaurant in around this lake area. So I'm gonna go try to get some breakfast and maybe get some coffee. So that's the objective. So leaving you with the views to the Black Lake, guys, and we'll see you later. Thank you so much. Oh, it looks so good actually. Thank you. Wow, I wasn't expecting the breakfast to look this good actually. And there was the stunning views in front of me. This is the only restaurant operating right now in this lake. It's called Nacionalny Restaurant, and Trudno Jezero, it means Black Lake in a local language basically. They have 4 stars out of 5 on Google reviews, and the breakfast looks so good. So this one cost around 13 euros, and I got also espresso, which was around 2 euros. So basically for 16-17 American dollars you can have a full meal, at least the breakfast option, with the stunning views to the lake and the mountains and the national park. Quite a cool spot. Right, gonna enjoy the breakfast and we'll see you later. My time in Durmitor National Park just been amazing. This is probably the most favorite place I have been in Montenegro. And of course the coast side is also beautiful, but I loved this part of it as it was more quiet, less people, and the incredible views. Also loved the hike going to the highest peak of Montenegro. It was very challenging, but I loved every second of it. And I also want to know what you think about this place, and also what you think about this type of vlogs. Do you like me to take on challenges like this and take you with me on the journey, or is it too boring to watch as a viewer on YouTube or on as a social media? So let me know. I'm signing out right now. This is the end of the video, and will leave you to the beautiful views in front of me in this incredible national park in Montenegro. See you guys until next time.